Our Whittier Regional Vocational Technical High School meeting for March the 13th, 2024. And I'm calling the meeting to order. Could we all stand for a pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. We need to first approve the minutes of the regular school
Public
committee.
Mr. Chairperson, public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take a deep breath. Is there any public comment? Obviously there is. Yes, sir. You have 3 minutes.
Bernie Cullen, Rowley. Do you need any more information? I just noticed that I heard the end of the last meeting, and it sounds like you've settled on a budget, a proposed budget for the coming fiscal year. And I just wanted to point out that the town's budgetary process is almost drawing to a close at this point. And we finally are hearing from Whittier as to what those numbers are, which is disappointing. We've been working with Triton since the end of January, receiving temporary interim information on the budget. Everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So I would suggest that that Whittier kind of provide on their website ongoing information in terms of their budget deliberations, including any documents that the school committee receives, so that the towns can be alert and respond to the way the budget is emerging. Obviously, some of the towns like Rowley, we send a very small number of students to Whittier, but our budgets are so tight that even a 3 or 4% increase is going to create an issue for the town. We need to understand where those budgets are moving. So my request is that as soon as you have budgetary information in terms of an initial look at the budget, that information be made public and accessible to the towns. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Okay.
Real quick, Mr. Chairperson. Madam
Yes.
Superintendent, when you guys are crafting the budget, those minutes are posted, correct? That people could read those?
The meetings are posted and the minutes are posted.
Okay. So for clarification, those are, I don't serve on the executive committee, but those are posted for clarification purposes. Some towns, I don't know how they do it, but the state just recently released numbers, and those numbers aren't finalized. So in order to craft an accurate budget, you need the governor to release her budget, and then the House to release their budget, and the Senate, if you want your numbers to actually be accurate. So I'm not sure what you would base it on if the state hasn't released their numbers yet.
We have a budget hearing in April that people are more than welcome to attend and provide
Thank you.
feedback.
Yes, Mr. Rowley.
With these numbers right here, the proposed budget, was this on the website?
The proposed budget is until the school committee votes to
Okay.
approve the budget. And then now that it has been approved, we will share that information with our cities and towns. All the cities and towns have heads up
Yeah.
about what their projected numbers will be over the last couple of weeks. So
You've already been in touch with them? Thank you.
And there is a public hearing, which is generally,
April.
course of my 20 years serving on school committees, is where the public can come, give their viewpoints on the budget. If they have feedback, that is their time to be heard, is during the public hearing, which will be set up next month.
April 13th. 10th, I'm sorry, April 10th.
Thank you.
Any other questions for the school committee? Okay. We need to approve the minutes of the regular school committee meeting on February 13th.
So moved.
Second?
David, did you have a comment? Mr. Irving, did you have a comment? I just saw his. No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Holder.
There's just a minor typo. The counselor from Newburyport, her name is spelled Khan, Khan, not Kahn. I just think that would be important to correct.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. True,
Yes, but you want to make sure you.
oh, Mr. O'Connor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Mrs. Savorsky
Yes.
and
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor
Yes.
and Mr. Irvin.
Yes.
And then we also have to approve the minutes of the executive
We approve and
session.
release the minutes of the executive session from February 13th, 2024.
Second.
Second.
And then Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. True,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Savorsky, and Mr. Irvin.
Yes.
And then don't we have to accept, release and then accept? Okay, we did that, okay. And finally, the treasurer's report.
Move to accept.
Second.
Any discussion? Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. True,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Savorsky,
Yes.
and Mr. Irvin.
Yes.
Student rep, Dwinski.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, and all other school committee members. For the sports this this spring, I'm so sorry. The boys basketball concluded a tough season with a 5-15 record. After qualifying for the state tournament the last 2 seasons, the basketball program underwent a rebuild this season. The girls basketball ended the season playing state powerhouse Dedham High School in the state tournament. Whittier girls played an awesome game, leading at times. Whittier hopes
Whittier's hopes were lost when foul trouble hit the Lady Cats.
Whittier's hopes were lost when foul trouble hit the Lady Cats, and they ended up losing by 10. Coach Bradley couldn't have been more proud of this team as they fought right to the end. The team had only one senior, and they are looking forward to the next season. For the wrestling team, Whittier concluded the season as the runners-up in the Division II North section, crowning 2 sectional champs, and Coach Richards being honored as the Division II North Coach of the Year. The team achieved notable success at the sectional tournament, securing 7 placements and earning qualification for the Division II state tournament. Furthermore, the girls team attained a commendable 6th place overall out of 42 teams at the state tournament, with 6 girls qualifying for the all-state tournament. The hockey team had a remarkable season, losing to Auburn High School in the state tournament. The chess club is going strong. They have been meeting every Tuesday, and membership continues to grow. There has been interest in competing outside of school, reaching out to MHSCL, Massachusetts High School Chess League, which hosts tournaments throughout the area. Skills USA has 173 students representing all the various shops who will be participating in the March 14 District Conference here at Whittier tomorrow. Students who place gold and silver qualify to participate in the State Leadership Conference at the end of April. The Multicultural Club are making plans for their first ever culture night at the Tech on March 22nd, Friday, at 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. before the school play. Students are adopting a country or culture for their choice to showcase to our Whittier community. They're anticipating a colorful, cheerful celebration of music, beauty, information, and treats to explore and try. Please come. Interact Club is working on the Easter cards for Haverhill nursing homes. The student government is hosting a student versus faculty basketball game after school on Tuesday, March 12th, which was yesterday. Students faced the undefeated staff team at 2:05.
You may remain undefeated.
They did. They schooled the kids. It's sad. They lost by 15
They
points.
must have cheesed.
Student government, yeah. They're doing really good this year. The ski club has had their last trip Sunday, March 3rd to Sunday River, Maine. 47 students attended with the 4 advisors. A good season was had by all. Robotics had various students who are participating in robotics after school. Some are soldering projects and some are learning programming with the Shield bots. Environmental kids were able to rehab the Tower Garden and the Poets, and they were able to plant new seedlings and have some of the surviving plants. It's looking much better. The group has also planted and set up a second tower for the Poets Inn, all in hopes to allow the kitchen to use fresh produce and herbs for cooking. The group has also finished making posters for the plastic collection drive, which should start soon. The plastic will be recycled into eco bricks and donated to a local collection center. The drama club at Whittier Tech produced the musical Mean Girls High School. The edition will premiere on Friday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. There will also be performances on Saturday, March 23rd at 7 p.m. and Sunday, March 24th at 2 p.m. Tickets to the show can be purchased in advance for $8 online or at the school store. They can also be purchased at the door for $10 on the day of the event. The students have worked very hard on this production and are so excited for everyone to see it. The students in the art club have been creating ceramic works as well as illustrations. There has also been some finishing work on the flats for the Mean Girls musical. The yearbook ad section generated over $5,000 in revenue, which will be applied directly to the cost of printing. The majority of the pages have gone to the press, and the remaining few pages will go out by the end of the month. The book is on time and on budget. The Poetry Club will be ending a Young Writers Power of Poetry contest. That's it for the clubs. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
I just,
Great job.
I just had
Yeah.
a question. I just wanted to know, when is the cultural event that you described? You said everyone can come,
It's
please
Friday
come and-
before the play, the
Which
22nd.
day is it? Is that Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. Oh, okay, all right. Friday,
It's at
March
4:30 p.m.
22nd at 4:30? Okay. Sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you.
Ms. Lynch?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Tonight before you, I have personnel action for informational purposes for a route bus driver, a van driver, a guidance counselor, a Math Acceleration Academy facilitator, Math Acceleration Academy instructors, the early college assessment reviewers, the February vacation boot camp, the financial literacy program advisors, as well as our spring sport season coaches. I have resignations of a teaching assistant, a guidance counselor, a maintenance mechanic, and a retirement of October 7th. As a budget update, as you know, we had a budget workshop this evening and discussed a budget which contained a 2.59% increase. The public hearing for the FY '25 budget is scheduled for Wednesday, April 10th at 6:45. MCAS update: on March 7th and 8th, 4 juniors took the Math March MCAS retest. On March 26th and 27th, all grade 10 students will be taking the English MCAS for their graduation requirement. It's that time of year again. On Wednesday, February 28th, I attended the Mayor's Hope Task Force meeting online. This is a group of payroll stakeholders working together to look at support services and outreach for those having addiction issues. Wednesday, February 28th, I attended the Groveland Select Board meeting along with, actually it was the FinCom meeting, along with Kara Cosmas. This was a great opportunity to share some preliminary budget information and discuss how we can possibly move forward from a failed building project vote. On Monday, March 4th, I met with Jason Aves, a selectman from the town of Groveland. He was able to give us some feedback on the Whittier Tech building project. On Tuesday, March 5th, I met with Peter Erickson of Newbury. He has shown a real interest in Whittier Tech, provided some feedback on the building project, and we have asked him to be on our advisory board committee for computer-aided design. On Thursday, March 7th, I attended the MASS executive meeting at the Royal Plaza in Marlborough. Things that we discussed is school funding, a literacy bill, and a new school discipline bill that is in the House right now. On Friday, March 8th, I met with Carl Nyan, a selectman from Ipswich. He also provided feedback on the failed project vote. Today, I attended a legislative breakfast at the Valley Collaborative in Billerica. This was an opportunity to meet with local legislators and discuss budget concerns and the 1.9% inflation rate for Chapter 70 funds, the literacy bill, and again, the discipline bill. We continue to have discussions about how we as a district can move forward. We don't have any answers right now. We're continuing to meet with local and state leaders to find a path forward as to whether it's renovations or code upgrades or putting forth another statement of interest to MSBA. We certainly want to work with anyone that is interested in helping us form our path forward. I would ask anyone that is interested to please get in touch with me. And that is what I have for you tonight.
Thank you.
Can I just ask a question?
Sure.
I noticed in some of the higher letters, so it's a math acceleration grant that's paying for several of those positions. Is that just available this year? Is that something that?
As of right now, it's just available this year.
But maybe?
We always go back for it. Yeah.
I just wanted to know how many students were in the February boot camp?
February boot camp, 25 kids?
Well, it's our estimated one, we had 60 kids. Wow. Awesome.
60
Really
kids.
great. So hopefully April's here tomorrow.
Yes.
Mr. Early.
Guidance counselor, is that filling someone else's slot?
Someone resigned,
Somebody
and
resigned?
so we have hired somebody that will start on Monday.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions from the board? Okay.
So in your packet, you have the Student Opportunity Act. You know, for this year, we are looking at our tiered focus. So a multi-tiered system of support that helps students progress both academically and their social, emotional, and behavior development. This has been something that since we came back from COVID that we've really focused. We've increased to 2 psychologists. We've increased our school adjustment counselors. We just really want to be able to support our kids. So I'm looking for a vote from the school committee to submit this to the Department of Education.
Move that the school committee accept the district's 2024 Student Opportunity Act plan as presented.
Second.
Second.
We have to vote. Mr. Early,
Can I,
oh,
can
Miss,
I make
go ahead.
some
Patty.
discussion? So it's a total of 2.6 million it says these investments are as follows, right in the very beginning.
Right.
But then it says 4.8 million after that. I just
So
wasn't
the
sure. of
bottom
those
number, the
numbers.
7,800,000, that
Yeah.
is the salaries of guidance, special education, and ELL. So
So
using all
that's
of
how,
this.
that's
Yes.
how you came up with that number, okay. As far as state money to support any of this, we're not looking at
Last
it.
year it was a lot, this year it is not that much, it will change year to year. But we are required to submit a
Right.
plan, and this plan will be from 24 to 27.
Okay.
Can I just
Ms.
ask,
Holiday.
I mean, these are some minor things, but, in terms of language, I would just ask that you not use, abbreviations.
Okay,
It's like SWD.
okay.
All right, what does that stand for?
Students with
Of course you
disabilities.
know, but I'm asking, the average person who would read it might not know that.
Right.
Right.
And ELL, and I'm just asking them
Okay.
if you could just be sure to spell it out, because you do MTS and you use that throughout the document. And then, I just prefer that language is more, we, instead of we will be working to, we will require. We will, this is in the end of, page 33. we will regularly review data, we will regularly screen students as opposed to we will work to,
Okay.
because that's kind of vague. And again, social emotional learning curriculum, I think that should be spelled out a little bit more in terms of focus number 1. What does it mean when you write change in selection indicators from local surveys? I didn't understand what that meant.
I don't know, I'm not sure what page you're on, so I would have
Focus
to
1,
focus.
I'll find it. I can't put my fingers on it.
We can go over it after the meeting if you'd prefer.
I just had a question, but I didn't know what that meant.
Okay.
You can't
And
hear
again,
him.
UDL, again, spelling that out, Universal Design for
Okay.
Learning.
Less abbreviations, more spelling it out. I got it.
And just stronger
Okay.
when we work. I'll find that.
Yes, Mr. Early. Whoop, sorry about that.
Back
Do
to
you
the
have more?
numbers that Ms. Law was asking, what's the 372,370 provide for all students equitable access to deeper learning? What does that mean?
So that could be curriculum, that could be, it could be many other things. So what we did is we took everything together and came up with that $7,841,000. So the Student Opportunity Act is not giving us $7 million.
didn't think
But
they
this, not even close. It might be close to 7,000. So, but this is the investment that we have made for multi-tiered support for systems for our
How long
kids.
have we been paying for this?
Well, guidance counselors, adjustment counselors, like, this is just part of what we do, and that's what the
That's what I'm saying,
student,
so
yeah,
that's all part of it that we've already paid in.
right. So I think the Student Opportunity Act started about 3 years ago. I think this is our second time that we've developed a plan.
Now, hopefully, when she comes.
Yeah.
I think, just to follow up
Yeah.
on Donna's question, I think it's at the end of focus area 1.
Page 34.
Yeah, it says, in addition to the lowest performing student group target, what metrics will your district use to monitor progress on this EVP? And then it's bulleted, a change in select indicators from local student surveys that measure school culture, climate, and student mental health and well-being. So I think just
I just wanted to know
clarification
what that
about,
meant.
yeah, how, so from
you-
is it from the local surveys that you'll be doing?
Yes, we'll be
That will
doing,
determine if there's going to be a change.
Right.
In metrics that you use moving forward, like say
Right.
in 2 years,
right.
you would,
Yeah, and 2
Change.
years ago, kids were having a really rough time. They're not having as rough a time now, but we'll continue to evaluate as we move forward.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns? Anything else? Okay, we do have to vote
What are we voting on?
To approve.
to
this
approve.
Whole
point.
thing?
Scott, we did really- okay.
As long as it wasn't for 7 million.
Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holiday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi.
Yes.
Mr. Woods,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes,
Ms. True,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
yes,
Mr. Sabowski,
Yes.
and Mr. Irvin.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Leganis.
Nope, I have something
Whoop,
else.
Maureen has
I have
something.
a field trip. And this is for our marine technology program to Lowell's Boat Shop in Amesbury, and then they will also be going to Chislet's Boating in Dover, New Hampshire. So I guess I'm seeking approval to allow our kids to go to Dover, New Hampshire for a field trip.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Do we have the proper paperwork?
We will have the proper paperwork before they go.
We don't have to. We do. Okay, we do have to vote for that. Mr. Early,
What are we voting on?
The student
Just
opportunity.
the
Yes.
field trips.
Yes.
Ms. Holiday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. Chu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Savorsky,
Yes.
and Mr. Irvin.
Yes.
So one more thing, I know that Mr. James announced his retirement from the school board at the end of March. I have worked with Mr. James now for 16 years. When I started here, we worked together in the guidance department. I will forever be grateful for what you've done for the kids at Whittier Tech and for the staff at Whittier Tech. You have been an advocate for Whittier and for CTE programming and for everything that happens here. You've touched, and I really want to thank you for at least the 16 years I've known you, and continuing to just really care and worry and want to do what's the best for Whittier Tech. It comes through in everything that you've done. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Leganis, the floor is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. And once again, I ditto what Superintendent Lynch said and all the years that we've worked together as well. And extending beyond your retirement and still giving back is something else to the children. So thank you very much for all you've done for all these years.
Thank
And truly, you're part of our family, and you always will be part of our family. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, and rest of the school committee members. It's that time of year again as we transition into the spring sports. Winter sports are all wrapped up, like you heard our student rep talk about. I just want to congratulate all our student athletes and coaches for the hard work and dedication. Our winter sports banquet is tomorrow night. And also March 14th, that's March 14th from 6 to 8 p.m. And I just want to say thank you to the Booster Club as well and all their efforts in organizing events for our student athletes. It's a long season, so parents and guardians I want to thank as well. But very successful, as you heard from our student rep, winter sports as we move into the spring season. All spring sports start Monday, March 18th. On Tuesday, the 12th at 2 p.m., that's yesterday, we had a highly anticipated second annual student-faculty basketball game, which was organized by the Student Government Advisors. Another exciting showdown on the court as they got together, a fun-filled afternoon in a friendly competition. It was a fantastic event, memorable once again, and I have to say that the staff beat the kids by 20-something points. So there's some sleepers in there, a few math teachers and that have played basketball before. So a lot of fun. The kids in the stands. So and also I thank the advisors, Dr. Marino and Mr. Vaney for organizing this. So it's something hopefully will become a tradition in years to come. Skills USA on Monday on March 14th. That's tomorrow, we have 173 students representing all 23 vocational areas who are participating in the District 4 qualifying exam. The district online testing event will take place outside at Whittier, on site, at Whittier. Jane and the Skills USA leaders have a great experience planned for the students tomorrow. They start with an opening ceremony in the auditorium. Post-test students will be at post-test, the students will be surprised. I guess I'm giving away the surprise with refreshments and time to socialize with one another. They did it last year, and it's quite an event. And I thank my associate as well for helping out with that event for all the Skills USA participants. Week 2, all week 2 freshmen, if you can believe it, they started their shops today, which is pretty amazing as we're flying through the school year. Saturday school, we talked about the boot camp. Superintendent Lynch talked about the boot camp, but our Saturday school makeup attendance starts this Saturday from 8 to 12. Students who have 10 or more absences can make up their days beginning this weekend and all the way through June 8th. with the exception of the 25th, because that's going to be our Memorial weekend. So another opportunity for our students to succeed. Whittier Tech Community Fair will be held here in the gymnasium on Thursday, March 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. This career fair is open to all seniors here at Whittier and from the 11 surrounding cities and towns. Over 50 companies representing all trades within the Whittier Tech District will be in attendance. And again, Amanda Crosby, our vocational coordinator that was here earlier, I just want to thank her for putting it all together. So that should be quite an event. Again, Whittier's spring performance, you heard Mean Girls. It's the high school version. Is starting March 22nd, and again on the 23rd from 7 to 9 p.m., and also on Sunday, 2 to 4, that's March 24th. And tickets, you can go on to the Principal Weekly Updates as well, and there's a link there too if you want to purchase tickets. You heard that. The tickets, if you purchase ahead of time, are $8, and at the door, $10 for the high school performance. So that should be a fun performance as well. They promise to deliver laughter and unforgettable entertainment here at the auditorium, Whittier's auditorium. Also that night, our Multicultural Club and our Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion program are joining forces together. It's called the Culture Night before Whittier Tech's performance from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the main lobby. During this event, people of all ages can taste and see and enjoy and display of various cultures from within our Whittier community. So that should be fun beforehand. So if you want to join, come to our play, but come earlier, and you can also join our culture night. The guidance team is wrapping up interviews for the incoming 9th grade class. Decisions will be made near the end of the month. And also our senior graduation activities. Please be on the lookout for those. Our prom is Tuesday the 28th, and we are having our prom at Blue Ocean, the Blue Ocean event at Salisbury Beach this year. So it should be a nice little venue. And also our graduation date is May 30th, Thursday. So it seems like everything's coming real quick. Also, the English MCAS for the sophomore takes place March 26th and 27th. We're going to do our reverse half days. It's a 3-hour delay for our 9th, 11th, and 12th graders. Our 10th graders will be here, and it's all be focused on the test for those 3 hours in the morning. And then our 9th and 11th and 12th graders will be coming in 3-hour delay that day. But we have everything all set in the Power School and online as well, so everybody knows what's going on. And then Friday the 29th, report cards are issued for term 3 as we start to the close of the year, heading into springtime. So thank you again, Mr. James, for all you've done for the system.
We have a change of location for the prom?
I know.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's it should be fun. I know we're a little scared, but
Yeah, okay.
that's normal for that time of year.
said June 28th for the prom. I think you meant May.
No, I meant May. Sorry if I meant, yes. Thank you very much for correcting me, but yes, May. Yeah. Yeah, June 28th, that would be a little bit, yeah, that's good, Mr. Early. I like it.
Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, thank you very
Any other
much.
questions from the committee?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Cosmos?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Superintendent Lynch, members of the committee. A couple of things for you tonight. Approval of the Whitson's Food Service Management Company contract. Last year, we went out to bid for our food service management company, and you approved that contract for 5 years, but the way that it works is that we have to do the approvals in 1-year increments. So in your packet is amendment number 1. This is required by the State Bureau of Nutrition that we have to approve them in 1-year increments, so this is year 2 of the contract. I do want to say we are now feeding over 800 students a day, and when you calculate the fact that we have students going out on co-op, it's over 75% of our students are eating lunch. And we now have over 400 students a day eating breakfast, which is significantly up from last year at this time, which was less than 200. So a lot of that has to do with the fact that we do have free meals in Massachusetts for all students, free lunches and breakfasts. But also, they are responding very well to our food service management company. So I respectfully ask for your approval of amendment number 1 to continue our work with Whitson's.
Motion to accept.
Do I have a motion?
Do you know the reimbursable rate for lunches and breakfast?
I do not know off the top of my head, Mr. Ross.
Any questions, concerns from the committee? Okay, we have to vote. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. Chu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Slavosky,
Yes.
and Mr. Irving.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And just to notify you and let you know, on February 20th, the district received notification that our excess and deficiency fund was certified for FY '22 in the amount of $1,157,568 by the Department of Revenue. So I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. You'll see that on next month's treasurer's report. And then in closing, I too want to say thank you, Mr. James. We've worked together for 11 years since I started here. You've been a great cheerleader for the school as well as for me personally. You will be missed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Consul.
If I can just jump in, I think Mr. James is the reason why we have pep rallies now. Just saying.
Just saying.
Always football spirit lives on.
Thank you. Boy, the Atkinson Country Club is going to miss us this year.
It's an in-district prom.
Now, moving right along, the April annual school agenda items. We have the reorg meeting of the committee. We have review of the annual agendas. We have review of school committee goals. We have the variance analysis. And finally, Alicia's still looking for school committee self-evaluations. So those are due when you can get them to her. Probably
You
sooner
reached out
the
to us if we
better.
didn't do it?
I have.
Okay. And are we accessing them on email? They're on the Google Classroom.
Google Classroom.
Okay. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulties. Thank you. All right.
And then subcommittee reports, executive. Did we vote on that? We didn't. Okay, boy, we got a lot of voting. We have to vote on the minutes of the executive committee meeting, February 13th, 2024. So move. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ms. Lowell.
Was I part of that meeting? I don't,
It's right here.
I don't think I was, right?
No.
So I don't vote to approve them.
She's not.
I'm asleep.
I have no idea. Just because you weren't, I was gonna say, just because you weren't there, it's okay. If you read it, you agree with it. Good. Whatever you want.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Miss O'Connor,
Yes.
Mrs. Slavosky.
Yes.
It's true, did I?
You
Yes,
forgot me, yeah.
yes. No, I didn't forget, I just.
Yes, I vote yes.
Okay,
Oh, it was the buses. I'm sorry. I
Mr.
thought it
Irving.
was,
Aye.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Irving,
Well, there's a lot of minutes going on. There's a lot.
Mr. Irving.
Said aye already.
Oh, he did say hi? Okay, thank you. Ms. Chu, instructional personnel. Do we need a
have not
meeting?
met.
I do think we need to have a meeting. We're adding some courses to the program of studies for electives, so I think we should go through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you want to set that now or?
Sure.
What?
Let's do.
I will be away from the 8th to the 18th of April. That's, I know, sorry.
You want to do April 3rd,
Yep,
3 o'clock?
that's a, wait. Yep, it's a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yep, sorry, at,
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock, yep.
Does that work for you?
Maybe, to check with the, oh,
I might not be
Sandy, maybe?
on the committee.
Yeah.
Should
Oh,
I-
you know what, she, actually, can we do 4 o'clock, because I think she isn't done with teaching until.
Right.
So let's do 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock on April 3rd.
Okay, and Lisa, you'll notify her because she's not here?
Plant operations, Mr. Murphy.
We had a meeting this evening. Those minutes will be available next week. There is a lot going on. Started repair work. I don't know if we should have another meeting next month, or maybe wait,
I think they should be monthly,
okay,
yeah.
before the regular school committee meeting.
Lisa's going, oh, we have a lot going on that meeting. What do we have going on? Huh?
April.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dinner.
all right, so we'll do May, we'll skip April, we'll do May, and then, or we could do it at another time, other than
Yeah,
the school committee day.
You can do it at once.
Okay. So, April 3rd, why don't we do a 5 o'clock,
April 3rd.
April 3rd, a Wednesday, 5 o'clock facility meeting. Does
Is
that work?
everybody good with that? Dick, you okay with 5 o'clock?
Yeah, no problem. I'll be here this time.
Anybody want to do it earlier? Or-
Want to do 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I
How
don't
how
care.
early can you do it? I can make it. You wanna do-
Why can't I do April 3rd?
I'll do 3.
You have a meeting that day.
Is that a Wednesday?
Yeah. Yeah, that's at 3:30. Yep. So April 3rd, I have a 3:30, so I can do a 5 o'clock maintenance, and then how about a 6 o'clock? Instructional.
Oh, you want to switch it to 6?
Yeah, can we do
That'd
that?
be easier for Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, so April 3rd at 6 then for instructional, okay.
So plan ops is at 5, April
Yeah.
3rd.
Lisa will remind us. Does a good job.
Salary negotiations, Mr. Early.
Yes, 2 things. We had an executive session in regards to salary of bus drivers. You have it in your packet. Do we have to vote on that?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
We can do that one first.
Mr. Early,
Yeah.
Ms. Holiday.
Yes.
It should be an approve and release of those meetings.
Move the approval and release of the January 30th and February 14th salary and negotiations executive session minutes.
Second.
We can do them both?
Yes. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holiday.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. Chu,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mrs. Savorsky.
Yes.
And Mr. Irving.
Aye.
And then did we go to policy? Yes. And policy, Mr. Irving.
Mr. Chairman, in your packet this evening, I should receive, actually the minutes of February 13th, so we move that for a vote.
Second.
Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holiday.
Oh, go ahead. She has a question.
Yes.
Sorry. I just say, oh, God. Did you really say that?
On AC, non-discrimination policy including harassment and retaliation.
This is only the minutes that's up for the vote right now of the first one, of February
I
13th.
know,
and
but
then
isn't
the
there,
next.
but I have a question about something that seems to be missing in the paragraph 2 of one of the policies. So wouldn't that have to be,
I think that's item B though, not A.
Okay.
This is just the minutes, not the, first reading of the policies.
I'm sorry.
You
thank
can't
for
change the
correction.
minutes.
Thank you, gotcha. I don't want to change the minutes. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
sorry.
Mr. Rossi?
Yes.
Mr. Woods?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes.
Ms. Lowell?
Yes.
Ms. True?
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor?
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor?
Yes.
Mr. Savosky?
Yes.
And Mr. Irving?
Yes.
Okay,
Also, Mr. Chairman, we have for the first reading this evening, A, B, people in the school district, and ending with EFC, free and reduced price food service. So within your packet for the first reading, I present that, I move to present that to the committee.
Second,
okay. And this is our final vote this evening. Mr. Early?
Yes.
Wait,
are we gonna have
She had a question about this.
I'm sorry.
this is for the discussion.
Go ahead.
AC, non-discrimination policy, including harassment and retaliation. If you look at paragraph 2, it says, on the second line, does not exclude from participation, deny the benefits of underlying PS. What does that mean?
Public school, and you put in Whittier Tech.
Public school, that's supposed to be written in there? Okay.
No, but
Whittier Tech.
we would write in Whittier Tech. That's MASC's policy.
So it's a generic, and then we put the school. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
Kind of.
So when it comes back
It
for
doesn't know what
second
it
reading, it will
awkward.
have.
It will say Whittier Tech.
It will.
Yeah.
Does not exclude
Yeah.
from.
Do you know what the MASC is? Do you know that one?
Yes,
Okay,
of
just
course.
checking, there's all these.
I was the chair of the school committee at
That's what I
Newburyport.
that's what I thought, okay.
Thank you. Just a question, does the school committee review the student handbook or just the student council?
So in the spring, the principal will bring the student handbook and we'll have the
Okay.
opportunity to
Okay.
review that and vote on that.
And the last question I had was EBCFA, which was about face masks and COVID. There's been a new ruling from the CDC. Do we want to incorporate that into this policy, or do we leave it as students have to stay out for 5 days?
So we haven't received anything from the Department of Education that rule is not in existence any longer. So when we get that ruling from the department, we then come back to you and change this policy.
Okay. Thank you.
So, any other questions or concerns? We can vote on this. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday.
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. True,
Yes.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Savosky.
Yes.
And Mr. Irving.
Yes. Also, Mr. Chairman, this evening we met and went over another probably 20 or so that we'll present next month for first reading. This will be for the second reading in April. And that's the only thing, do we need a meeting, a brief meeting before next month? I know it's busy. Superintendent, do we need a 15-minute meeting or no?
I think it can wait till May. I think it can wait till May.
Wait till May? Okay. All right, that's all I have.
And our next reorganization, or your next reorganization meeting is Wednesday, the 10th at 6:15. And a public hearing on fiscal year 25 budget is at 6:25. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That, okay, so there has been a change and the public. So the reorg is at 6:30.
6:50. Why don't we just make
Public
it 7?
hearing is at 6:45.
Yeah.
And then the regular school committee meeting,
I would just say 7. We have to give
and the regular school committee meeting.
Sorry, everybody, we're just trying to work
At 7
through.
PM.
So the reorganization would be at 6:30, the public hearing on the budget would be at 6:45, and then, the school committee meeting will be at 7.
Is that clear?
Is there,
Go ahead, Joanne.
sorry, I just was curious, the annual dinner, is that, did you discuss that, or is that,
It's prior to all of that.
it is, on April 4th?
10th.
10. What? Sorry?
Meeting.
10th is
So
the
the-
meeting.
You know,
No,
the big dinner.
The dinner.
Sorry.
Oh, no, advisory board dinner.
Oh, I'm going to the advisory board, it's the other ones.
It's at the 10th at 5 o'clock.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for the new members, there is a dinner done by a culinary students that it's exceptional. And certainly we want all of our new members. as well
Excellent.
as The rest of the board to be there. So it's 5. You'll totally enjoy it.
Yes, there is a dinner. Yes.
Okay, do I have?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Third. Mr. Early,
Yes.
Ms. Holliday,
Yes.
Mr. Rossi,
Yes.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Mr. Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Mr. Murphy,
Yes.
Ms. Lowell,
Yes.
Ms. True,
Yep.
Mr. O'Connor,
Yes.
Miss O'Connor,
Yes.
Mr. Savosky,
Yes.
and Mr. Irvin.
Thank you, yes, and thank you, Gary, for everything.
You're welcome, David. When you come